to Maths online class. I'm your maths teacher, Mr. C.P. Barrett. We are working on the chapter number 2nd of 9th class NCERT. That is the polynomials. Okay. Right now, see, this is the time wherever we have finished our theory portion. All the concepts are clear in our mind. Right now, this is the perfect time to start the question series. Okay. So this is for the this is the first exercises which is given in your book, and we have to see some of the questions. Okay, see here, first question is that find out following are polynomials of one variable or not. Read the question carefully. Find out following are the polynomials of one variable or not. One variable, what is the meaning of this? If it is a polynomial, no problem is there if it is a polynomial, but if there are more than one or two variable, if there are three variables like x, y, z, or there are two variables like x, y, so right now we will write down it is a polynomial, but only we have to find out polynomial of one variable for yes or no. So right now see, actually I have taken all the examples which are polynomial of one variable. You can see here the variable is x, here the variable is y, here the variable is y, here the variable is t. In any of the example, if there are more than two variables like x, in place of x, xy is there, in place of otherwise xyz is there, otherwise some different alphabets are there, so definitely you should say this is not the polynomial of one variable because there are three variables or there are two variables. Right now see the first question, 4x square minus 3x plus 7. What you have to do, only see the power of the variable, only see the power of the variable in each and every term. Here the power of variable is 2, here the power of variable is 1, and these are the whole numbers. I have told you if the power of the variables are whole number, okay, so these are considered as a polynomial. So I have written the answer yes, because all the exponent of variable, all the exponents of variable, either there are 2 term, 3 term, 1 term, so all the exponents, these are the whole number. So this is the reason. We have to give reason also. We have to give the reason also why this is a polynomial, because all the exponent of the variable according to the different terms, all are whole number. Right now see second, y square plus root 2. Okay, this root 2, this is meaningless for us. Only we have to see y square is there, no problem. What is the power? 2, that is a whole number. So again it is a polynomial because power of the variable is 2 and power of the variable is a whole number. Right now see the third question, y plus 2 upon y. So this is a little difficult question, no problem. If it is y plus 2y and y is present on the denominator side, so what you have to do, first you have to shift the that denominator y into the numerator side. So after that it can be also written like this, y plus 2 y minus 1, because when we are shifting the any kind of the denominator, so their power they get the negative values. Okay, that we have studied in the loss of the exponent in our earlier classes. So it can be written y plus 2 y minus 1. Right now see, either all the powers of the variable, all the exponents of the variable, either they are whole number. So here you can see, here the power is 1, no problem, but here you can see in the second term the power is converted into the negative number minus 1, and because this is not considered as a whole number, and that's why the answer will be no, because the exponent of the variable are not whole number or is not whole number. I have written commonly for both, that's why I have written here r. Right now see the third next question, 3 root 2 plus t root 2. Again there are the two terms. In the second term no problem is there because the power of variable t, it is 1. But see the first term, actually t, that is the variable, it is coming under root, it is coming under the square root. So if you will solve it, so it can be also written as t3, 3 means 3, under root 2 it can be written as t power 1 upon 2, because the under root it is always represented power 1 upon 2. Okay, and it is again you can see this power, it is coming in the fractional value, it is showing the fractional value 1 upon 2, and because this 1 upon 2, this is a rational number, this is not a whole number, and that's why again our answer will be no, because the exponent of the variable are not whole number. Okay, only the whole numbers consisting variable, these are considered as a polynomial. And if the power of any of the variable, it is negative value like integers minus 1 minus 2 3, or it is a fractional value like 1 upon 2 2 upon 3, so it is not considered as a polynomial. Okay, concept is clear. matter is not that how many questions have been given to you, only the concept should be clear. If your concept is clear, so you can solve millions of questions, no problem at all. Right now, coming to the next question, question number 2nd. Give the coefficient of x square in each of the following. Give the coefficient of x square in each of the following, meaning is that we have to only see the term wherever x square is coming. Right now, see the first question, 2 plus x square plus x. Actually, there are 3 terms, but only we have to concentrate more on the second term, because wherever x square is present. Right now, see what is the meaning of coefficient. Coefficient is a numeric value which is multiplied with the variable. So what is the numeric value of x square? Definitely it is going to be 1. So coefficient is 1. See the second question, root 2 x square minus 1. There are the 2 terms, but only we have to concentrate on this first term, because here only x square is going to be present. What is the numeric value of x square which is multiplied with x square? So it is none other than root 2. That's why our answer will be root 2, because it is the numeric value of x square and it is known as the coefficient of x square for that particular question. Right now, see third question, pi upon 2. This is the pi. Okay, pi upon 2 x square plus x. Again, see wherever x square is present in the first term, what is the numeric value? What is the coefficient which is multiplied with x square? That is none other than pi upon 2. Answer will be pi upon 2. This is the coefficient of this question, x square you can say. See the D question, 2x plus 3. Right now search. Either x square is present here? No. If x square is not present here, meaning is that answer will be definitely 0. Because if x square is absent there, so definitely the coefficient is going to be 0. If it is asked to you, find the coefficient of x. So you can say there, here the coefficient of x is 2. But question is asking for the x square coefficient, and that's why answer will be 0. Right now, see the third category question. Find the degree of each of the following. Find the degree of each of the following. Again, remember what is the degree? Degree means the maximum power of the variable. In any of the algebraic expression, whatever the maximum power of the variable, it is known as the degree of that polynomial. See the first question, A, 5x cube plus 4x square plus 7. See each and every term. There are actually 3 terms. By looking at all the 3 terms, you may find that what is the maximum power of the variable? That is 3, which is present in the first term. And according to that, degree will be 3. See the next question, 4 minus y square. There are 2 terms, no problem at all. But only we have to concentrate on the maximum power of the variable. Maximum power of the variable y, here it is 2, degree will be 2. And this is the constant value. Again, C. In the C question, you can see 3 is given to me. 3 is the example of the constant polynomial. And always for the constant polynomial, because x variable is absent here, so its degree will be considered as a 0, because it can be also written as 3x to the power 0. And according to that, the power of the variable, it could be 0. Okay. Right now, question number 4 is also there. Give one example of the binomial. Give one example of the binomial. We have to give one example of the binomial of degree 35. Degree 35, we have to give the example of binomial. What is the meaning of binomial here? Binomial means there will be 2 terms. If there are 2 terms in the algebraic expression, so it is considered as a binomial algebraic expression. So binomial means 2 terms should be there, but the degree should be 35. So no problem, I can give many examples. Look here, x to the power 35 plus x. This is binomial or not? Yes, there are 2 terms. Power, maximum power 35. Again, see the next example. 4x to the power 35 minus 7x square. This is also, you can see, maximum power is 35. Again, there are 2 terms. Again, I can give the another example in front of you. Like in this is in form of the x. Okay, I can write down another example in form of the variable y. So what I can write down? Minus 9y to the power 35 plus 7y. This is also another example. Why? Because again you can see maximum 2 terms will be there for the binomial, and maximum power should be only 35. So you can write down your so many examples. Condition should be clear in front of you. There will be 2 terms. Okay, and this coefficient you can see according to your own choice. Here I have written 4x to the power 35. In place of 4x to the power 35, you can write down minus 3 or plus 9 or plus 7, whatever you want. Here I am writing minus 7x square. You can write down any of the power of x. You can write down. Why? Because it is the lowest power. Condition is only to maintain the maximum power of x, that is the 35 only. Okay, so this is the binomial consisting the power 35. These are the example of the binomial consisting the power 35. Right now see the next one, monomial of degree 100. Monomial means only one term. See here, monomial means only one term. Monomial means only one term should be there, one term. And variable, either I can take x, either I can take y, either I can take z. So I am giving you three example. For example, 7x to the power 100. Power degree should be 100, and that's why I have maintained the maximum power 100. Otherwise it may be y to the power 100, or here you can add one coefficient also like 5. In terms of z, I can write down z to the power 100, and it could be written as minus 4z to the power 100. Condition we have to maintain, only one term should be there. So see here, one term, one term, one term. That's why it is a monomial. And degree should be 100. So I have maintained the degree 100 for each and every case. Variable I can take by my own choice. So these are the things. Next, we have to see some more things. Okay, zeros of the polynomial. Zeros of the polynomial we have to see, and after that second exercise we have to solve. Zeros of the polynomial. No problem, that zeros of the polynomial actually we will study in the next lecture, and after that some of the more types and categories I have to explain you what is the zero of the polynomial, some of the examples, and after that how to find out the value of polynomial for particular value of the variable, and verify either this is the zero for a particular polynomial or not, or how to find zeros. Okay, these are all the things we have to study in the next lecture. Till then, all the best to you. Solve so many questions, same category of the questions which I have solved here. Thank you so much.